Hey Internet, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the John Graves Show, BBK/BRNK, and another TV series which really didn't seem like it was all that bad to watch because this one kind of was split into two parts of an 8-minute pilot and then a 12-minute episode of a 12 minutes halfway into another anime. Or at least for me, anyway, that's kind of how it came across. And again, another very interesting anime, but there's still a lot of questions in which I still want it answered, which is normally why I usually wait like 3 episodes in to actually start reviewing anime. But either way, for BBK BRNK, what the first 8 minutes of that is that you have these two twins, a brother and a sister. The little sister is way more athletic and way more like runny and jumpy, whereas the older brother is pretty much a wimp, and he really doesn't like confrontation, but he's mostly looking out for his sister. And they pretty much stumble upon this gigantic robot, and their mother is a witch who uses her power, and the kids, they have powers just like their mothers. The brother can't necessarily manifest his powers like how his sister can, but his may be way more powerful than hers though. Either way, the mother pretty much they stay up on this gigantic meteorite that stays up in the stratosphere, and they stay up there to stop these gigantic robots from jumping down and destroying shit. And it was pretty much humble. You know, the mother and the father, they both look after their kids, and they've been up there for possibly about 6 years now. And it's the kid's sixth birthday and all that. Until that night when their mother starts coughing and such to where that, you know, I guess from sickness or something like that, to where that the daughter gets it into her head that she's going to take this mystical artifact and wake up this one robot that used to help her mother out. She's gonna awaken it so that it can fight and kill all these other evil robots so that their mother can go back down to Earth and get better. Or at least that's what I assume. Which it doesn't work out like that. She uses the thing, all the robots wake up, and then they go down to the planet Earth and they start fucking shit up. And the mother tries to stop it while forcing her family to escape. Now, in the midst of this, a 10-year time skip starts to where that now the government is chasing after the older brother, who's now 16, and he's friends with this one girl who's affiliated with this random gang that fights against the government, and the government wants something that his mother gave him, something in which that he was looking for that he couldn't find. So of course his friend, his friend's gang breaks him out, and then they lead him to the robot which led him there earlier, except for there's something kind of going on with this anime which really I'm like, I really want some fucking context to a lot of the things that are going on. I really want to see it. But for the most part, the only real thing which that they're giving out at this point in time is just that the government is looking for this random item. That there's a brand new element added to the series, which is that there are these living weapons which surprisingly they all have an eye, and some of them have very, very, very strange abilities, which is that his friend, the older brother's friend, has this weird ass living glove that I think can melt through solid objects. Whereas one of the other girls, in her gang, has a sword which can meld through solid objects. You know, and all these items can force their user to fly. So that is something. Now, I can understand that our main characters, it may be that robot, but then they also kind of hint at some other type of people out there who also have abilities like our main character. You know, whereas theirs is somewhere crossed between the items and somewhere probably with being with the witches as well, because they kind of do the same shit as what our main characters do in that main gang. So, you know, also there's something also dealing with the government not liking these people because they have powers. And there's this whole little this weird ass dynamic with all that, which is actually pretty on the nose as to as to what you would expect if how the 10-year gap pretty much was kind of portraying this as like a big ass war and shit. So, you know, till then though, that is what I got to say about that, because I really need a little bit more information to judge this series as if it's good or bad. But as far as the first episode goes, it's pretty nice, and I do like the CG style in which that they use in the series to make everything look good. Even though most of it's, even though in the early parts it was more, I think it was lightly cel shaded. But till then though, that is what I got to say about that. Please tell me what do you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. I'm out.